This is a partially populated mainboard design. This houses all of the analog signal development and also the light component of it, which is responsive to the sound engine that's on board of the mainboard here. If you look on the other side, this is actually a choke array, which is a Reiki symbol, which basically means put the power here. This board actually lives upside down inside of the Pyradym with the light generating circuitry here and a Radionics antenna here. We're using a selenite as the antenna with a copper wrap around it. Basically what we're doing is, since the Pyradym employs a 52-degree pyramid, very similar in scale to the Great Pyramid, we're focusing the energy, which some would call the etheric energy, because one of the things that pyramids do is collect and also radiate energy. So we're basically focusing and collecting the etheric energy at this location on this circuit board and putting it in this little Reiki symbol that means put the power here. And so we're sort of coalescing that energy and moving it back up out of the instrument and then amplifying it with this big lovely quartz crystal that's on the top. Not only does this amplify the radioesthesia energy and what is known as radionics, putting it back out into the space, but it's also a very, very effective mixer of the colors that are generated by the light engine of Pyradym. And again, the light engine is responsive to the sound that is being generated by the instrument. And it is incorporated to help increase the amount of entrainment associated with the sound. And so you can completely control all of those elements with Pyradym. Getting back to the main board, and just to reiterate, this is an analog sound generation technology. And it's basically what was my bread and butter working at Moog Music, creating analog synthesis. It's a different technology than digital signal generation. It's more of a organic sound. It feels better. Digital sound has artifacts in it that is agreeable or a bioconsumable, if you will. And as I like to say, digital sound sounds better, but analog sound feels better. That's one of the more esoteric aspects of generating sound with Pyradym. And that's why I believe that most people report that it just feels more reminiscent for them. And it's much more of a more profound experience just working with that method of generating sound. And also the aspect of its controllability. There are very few controls on the panel of Pyradym, but each one of them is very usable and very easy to access, unlike in digital sound generation, where there's submenus upon submenus in order to get down to the nitty-gritty of a signal in order to change it. With Pyradym, you just grab a knob and give it a turn, and there's an instantaneous response to it. So it becomes a very responsive electronic device, which makes it that much more of an instrument.